Good morning, everybody. I am not in the car, but I am at an undisclosed location. Shh. Don't tell anybody because I'm not supposed to be doing this. Um, it's a lovely morning, nice, cool out. And too bad I'm going to miss it because I'll be stuck in this hole for probably 9 hours, 8 if I'm lucky. There's no Doctor Who news. I'm going to tell you that right up front. Uh, I looked for that this morning before I left the house. There's If they're doing any filming, it's got to be either on set or a location nobody's heard of, or interior studio filming, because none of the alarms have gone off, none of no balloons have gone up. So, which is kind of weird, after we had all the stuff going on last week. Uh, Now I finally saw the Obi-Wan finale for you folks. I know, I hate it. Well, I don't get cut shaving hardly anymore because I rarely use the razor anymore. I just grab the clippers, trim my damn self down, and then I grab a shaver and go. That's it. My hair is so coarse and all that, I feel sorry for the razor that has to cut it. But okay, there's only one thing that's kind of disappointed me about the Obi-Wan finale. If Obi-Wan could kick Darth Vader's ass so hard, why did he go back to Tatooine to hide again? He could have ended it all right there. Vader's right-hand man gone, because there is no one else powerful enough in the Force to replace him. There are no pictures now going around of the new TARDIS interior. No. We don't even know what they're going to do with that, because what they could do is, if they don't want to change it just yet, they could film all the interior stuff on Greenwall. Or they could have just pulled Jodie's TARDIS out of storage, the console, and then Greenwall the rest. Could be there just aren't a whole lot of interior shots going on, because word is that Jodie's regeneration will not be inside the TARDIS. Give me a moment here. My vape was running out of fluid. Now I kind of know how that one-armed guy in Duma Key feels, huh? I just finished listening to that book again for the first time in, oh God, years. Well, the thing is, a lot of people, the exterior of Jodie's TARDIS, I had no problem with. I really liked it. The interior, I did have some issues with. I thought it was innovative and bold, but the lighting in the first season was kind of bad. It was always so dark in there. Now they did brighten it up a bit for the next series, but like I said, it's just sad that we have to remember though. It just makes me mad that era had to be tainted by so many negative people. Yeah, I didn't have any real problems with Jodie's TARDIS interior. It's just, okay, what's Philip saying? Darn it! Hi, hey, where are you going? Okay, I don't know where you've heard a description of the new TARDIS at, because if there's a new TARDIS interior, it's at Bad Wolf, and there's no way in hell anybody leaked it out. I'm talking they have come down with an iron fist at Bad Wolf. Bad Wolf is not under the BBC, so they can run that place like a draconian empire if they want. I'm not kidding. If the TARDIS interior set, if they have one, it would probably be in studio at Bad Wolf Studios. And if any type of description got out that was remotely accurate, there would be many, many people with a foot mark on their ass. So I wouldn't believe it, Philip. Not yet. You got to remember, we got a lot of guys running around on Reddit, 4chan, and all that who are deliberately blabbing false information. Some of them probably paid by the BBC and Bad Wolf Studios. I know Mr. TARDIS was going on the other day, and I wanted to harp in on this too. He's been getting bit by the copyright bug, and I said, welcome to my world, basically. I don't even have a tenth of his audience, yet the one time I used a Barrowman clip, I even discussed it, used it under every definition of fair use, yet they were still hammering me on it. You see, the YouTube copyright system is broken. The problem is you literally have a system that is so huge, they have so many uploads per day. Yeah, I didn't hate the final duel. I just don't like the fact that there's now two people in the universe, or that cut part of Vader's helmet off. That just don't make any damn sense. But that's just me. Okay, but oh great, you made me lose my chain of thought. But okay, back to copyright. The YouTube system, they literally have billions of uploads a day. They're monitoring it with bots. The only people who are getting away with it are the ones who are blatantly violating fair use. I'm sorry, but according to the fair use doctrine, and I'm dying laughing at how many reaction channels quote the fair copyright law of 76, I believe it is. Yet what's the first thing they say in every video? It's right there at the beginning. Usually not the first, but it's right there. Come to our Patreon channel to see the full reaction. That means you are using somebody else's footage to make money, which is a blatant violation of the Copyright Act. That's not fair use. So YouTube has basically become now, most of these reaction channels are using it as a commercial for their Patreon channel. Or they'll deliberately cut certain parts of movies and things like that, because if you want to see that reaction, you have to give them money. Yet me, a news channel, when I usually use clips, it is for news. I get a copyright thing saying, well, we're going to steal your monetization or blah, blah, blah. Which I would be fine if they just say that, but I have a video from Series 11 that's still blocked because I showed a bunch of the guest stars. I didn't even have their names at the time. It didn't say what episodes they were in. And it's still blocked to this day. No, no, River's not going by Melody Pond. We've been getting conjecture left and right over that Mel thing, and it's like we don't know what that is in context of. A lot of people are jumping the gun and assuming it's Mel Bush. But back to copyright law real quick. But you see, the problem with the YouTube system is this. Somebody files a claim. You dispute it. Guess what happens to that claim? It goes back to the original disputer. So the BBC, which is one of the big money makers for YouTube, says your video is a copyright violation, all right? Or even though you're under fair use and you're using it in a perfectly legal manner, you send it back to them, guess what they're going to do? 9 times out of 10. Now they can say, well, sorry, we don't agree with that. And if the dispute doesn't go through, guess what happens? You get a copyright strike, which I've never had, thank goodness. I've had claims, but I've never had any strikes. It used to be, and this was a few years ago, if you filed a copyright dispute, it would go to third party. It would be manually watched. But the problem is, as I said, YouTube has literally gotten so large, they can't do that anymore. So they make the people who file the claim do it. And it's like, they'll just say the same thing again 9 times out of 10. Well, Jeff, if you get a chance, and trust me on this, you're going to agree with me. Listen to Mel Bush's audios on Big Finish, because Big Finish did a lot better with the character than they did on the TV show. Mel Bush, Bonnie Langford, her character is far, far better written on Big Finish than she was in the show. I know it is draconian copyright on YouTube, because one time I died laughing. I had to fight with them for a month. Somebody filed a copyright claim on my video saying it was a piece of music they owned, and they even gave the time index. But here's the rub. This video had no intro. It was just me talking. There was nothing playing in the background, yet they're claiming there was a piece of music. I had to fight them for like a month on that. And I'm like, guys, there's no music in this video to claim. So how could there be a copyright claim for music? And finally they did clear it and all that. But the big problem with YouTube is this: you know, a lot of people are on it. At least I'm not like emergency contingency awful who sits there and basically yanks a whole bunch of cookie cutter stories out of his butt, and then probably makes a dozen videos a day and then distributes them out over a couple weeks, and then. But please keep in mind, this is the guy who tried to claim that Tomb of the Cybermen was the first appearance of the Cybermen in Doctor Who. Okay, so keep that in mind. Ugh. Almost as bad as one channel that, you know, and like I said, I don't want to harp on folks who are new to Doctor Who, but it was obviously 2 folks who'd only been watching New Who. They were doing reviews of classic episodes for the 50th anniversary year, and then you could tell the guys were reading off cards or whatever. The one built up, and this is where the Doctor meets his new companion, Leela, an alien warrior of the Sevatim race. If you'd actually watched the episode, you know that Leela was a human. Her people came from Earth. They weren't aliens. And the Sevatim was a tribe. Not a race. Ugh. Well, folks, I don't know what time it is, but I got to get running, because when I started this, it was already about 5:26, and I got to run back inside the building now. So take care, everyone. I am from an undisclosed location in the Soviet Union, and you know, former Soviet Union. Remember, be kind, be calm, be safe. Above everything, please be kind. Wow, a lot of traffic for Saturday morning. Take care of yourselves and each other, and remember, have a great day. I'll catch you all in the future.